Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail with another edition of Scrolls Let's Play, where today we are going to be taking a ranked match with live commentary. So don't know if this is going to be good or bad or just plain ugly, but we're going to find out. I've had some pretty decent games one way or another. I've had a few live commentaries that ended up sputtering out for one way or another in the middle of games that were okay, but I have made it up to 1750 rating, which once upon a time would have gotten me a much higher ranking than it is right now, but still my ranking is high enough to where now I have to sit and start waiting for games. So I'm just going to fly the deck builder real quick. Just say that, okay, this is my deck right now. We may have time to talk about it for just a minute. I do have 3 Crimson Bulls in there. 2 God Hands. I'm debating throwing another God Hand in there, but I'm not really sure what I can take out. I have 1 Transposition that is one of those cards that's good to have. There's going to be uses for it, but I don't always need it. Pother is one that's been really valuable for me, and I still have 2 Ancestral Totems, debating keeping them or dumping them, but for now they have good utility and they don't cost that much to put down. So still, otherwise my key cards are the same. Kinfolk, Veteran, Great Wolf really carry the deck. Mangy Wolves are great if you can get them out in time. Vaders are a card that I've really toyed with kind of keeping or getting rid of. I mean, this would be a concept deck that I've worked with before that has no Vaders in it. I replace them with Stagheart, mainly because Vaders are cards that die so quickly, as you've seen. And it really depends on what kind of decks you face. To be honest, it has been a while since I've faced an energy deck. I mean, and I don't mean one that splashes energy, although I am toying with an idea of trying to splash some energy on top of Potion of Resistance into Growth, although there's not a ton of great synergy there. Still just trying to think of some interesting ways to add on to decks, keep things going forward. But it looks like right now we're just going to be waiting for just a minute for the ranked match to pop. I am playing at there we go. So I'm playing at 11:40. It's a little bit late at night for me. So we're going to see who we have today. It is a player who's around my rank, so Physis. Hello and welcome, and let's see what we can screw up here. I start right away with a decent hand, but as much as I don't want to, I'm going to get rid of the Pother right away. Almost accidentally sacrificed for order. That would have been a great thing to do on live commentary. So I don't know this guy. All I know, just looking at his record, is that he's only played 63 games and he's already this high rated, so got some skills there, and he's playing order as well. So as much as I think maybe a Quake could be interesting to hold on to, I'm going to ditch it for now. Just get out my Kinfolk Brave. Great when you can get it out there. So I'm seeing a ton of order and I'm seeing a ton of growth. It's just, I'm kind of wondering where's energy at this point. He does Pother for card draw. I'm not sure what else he has in his hand then, if he's just looking for something to draw. Maybe he likes his entire hand so much. But yeah, I do wonder kind of where energy's gone at this point, because I was facing it so much of it for a while, especially when the Automata Forge just came out. But I'm not seeing it really at all lately. So let's see here. Druid Burial Ground, not really going to need that as much. I can get a Brother of the Wolf out next turn. So we'll just start popping some idle damage. Hope we don't have like a turn 3 decimation here for these guys sitting on the same row, but it's not going to be too huge of a deal if that's the case. But we get the Kabonk, and interesting that he Kabonked my Kinfolk Brave. Means he could have a decimation in his hand. But the worry for him maybe is that I have a Fertile Soil on me, but I don't. So yeah, we're going to get cute here, split these cards down just because I'm worried about the decimation. It's something I'm trying to keep an eye on more. I'll have to keep in mind too that if I sacrifice this God Hand, I have no more God Hands. So if I do that, I've got to have a really good reason for it. So there's the second Kabonk. Now my Brave's dead. That's okay, he's done some damage. And more importantly, he's drawn out not 3 Kabonks, I can't count, it is a little bit late. But he's drawn out 2. He spent 2 cards to draw 2 cards to take out my 1 card. So right now I'm not going to worry about the rally. Almost sacrifice for order again. So that's here. Instead we'll get the Great Wolf out. Great card to have right away. I'm going to keep this God Hand in my pocket, and my sister's just going to attack. I'd love to Fertile Soil her, but I have to get a Fertile Soil first. So this is an opponent that obviously does not like Kinfolk Braves, and with good reason. They can be very nasty cards. But right now I'm a little concerned because he has 5 cards and 5 order, and he hasn't played a lot. I don't know if he just has a bunch of speeds or haste and is just waiting for creatures. There's a spearman, so there's a start. And he put the spearman up a little bit higher. I guess he does not want the spearman to die. Well, I guess what we're going to start with is going ahead and getting out a wolf here. And since we do have one ragged wolf, there's not really a lot of benefit to sitting and playing when I can draw cards. So there's the fertile soil I was hoping for, and I can possibly play the ancestral totem next turn. So right away, good cards. I can Ranger's Bane. I can Crimson Bull. I have plenty of options here. I can Pother as well as needed. So very fortunate turn of events with the fertile soil there. I will take that every time. Just gotta hope now that I can start working against his ramp, because I have a feeling there's going to be some bad things coming if I don't work quickly. So just sitting and waiting. Like I said, this is live commentary, so I can't always control how fast or slow a game goes. But he does have 5 orders, so there is a lot he can play, and he does elect to play 2 spearmen, which is a play that I've been seeing quite a bit from people lately, just stacking their spearmen to really try and get their lane cleared or lane under control. So I don't always know if well, I guess I can't argue with the move too much, because it does keep me from attacking one lane here, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the burial ground. I did ditch one from my hand, or one from my deck, just because it's not something I've found myself using as much, but I'm going to drop an ancestral totem up there. And since I have the Ranger's Bane, I may as well take out the spearman that can actually hurt me after a few turns. I fully expect him to focus the spearman and possibly take out my brother the wolf. If he does, he does. Not too much you can do about that other than just hope that he doesn't. Or I guess the other worry would be that he pothers my great wolf, but maybe I shouldn't have these guys all on the line, but I guess it's habit. So there's the focus, so there we go. Going to be taking out my brother the wolf, and I'm curious if he's going to be playing something else as well. Now I don't want to be too aggressive with this tiny wolf if I can avoid it, but there's the Royal Skirmisher. Alright. So an interesting place to be in at this point, because he's getting some cards on the board. And I could, if I felt like being crazy, Mangy Wolf and Crimson Bull. I don't want to get rid of that God Hand. That Pother's going to be good. If I play the Mangy Wolf and Crimson Bull, it would be to play up here, and that would be, I'd need 6 damage and then 3 additional. So I wouldn't totally clear the board, but I would take out 1 spearman with the other spearman in danger of dying. So let's see if we can get some better cards here. 2 Crimson Bulls. Interesting. And a Ranger's Bane. So pretty good place to be in at this point. Let's see what happens. I'm going to play the Mangy Wolf first. Like I said, just lots to think about. So there's 6 damage. And I don't really need to have all of this. I actually don't need the Crimson Bull here, because that's going to do 6 damage, and I can Ranger's Bane and kill this guy next turn. So I'll save my Crimson Bulls for a rainy day. Awesome. So just doing more idle damage here. This guy's going to die soon anyway, so not entirely worried about that. I don't need 2 Crimson Bulls, so I can start looking to sack for resources. Right now I'm ahead, so I'm trying to just talk my way through, play a little smarter. I wonder if he has Imperial resources, if he's going to sack and start playing it and try and ramp up and play the long game, because I'm going to be trying to end this game pretty quickly. But of course, with this guy only having 3 health, now there are some other possibilities. He could speed Mangonel and take him out. But let's see here. Another Ancestral Totem. That is a very intriguing card. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of a Crimson Bull. Don't need the Quake. Don't need the Rally. So, you know, I might as well go ahead. I would... Man, I'd love to take out this guy this turn. But I just can't play the Jarl right now, so a little bit of a shame, but we'll go ahead and drop the other totem here, and we will drop it in a place where it's not going to get mangonelled. So now everything's just a little beefier. And I can Crimson Bull and really bring the pain next turn. Because right now, barring, like I said, a speed mangonel play or something, he's not going to be able to take out a ton of things. So he's sacrificing for scrolls, so I'm not seeing Imperial resources yet. May need to start working towards a God hand soon, though. So I'd probably sacrifice that Quake for resources. Because right now, quaking myself would hurt me way more than help. So it looks like he's committing to the bottom of the board here. Blessing of Haste. Which is an interesting move, but I guess just take that out. So there's a double Quake that I don't really need right now. And how are we going to do this? Let's go ahead and get the Jarl out. Yep, that's the ticket. Alright, so I gotta be worried for some kind of speed play here, but the Jarl is going to act a little bit as my human shield. In fact, what I can do, I can get really cute here, is I can expose this mangy wolf, because it doesn't really bother me anymore, and I can go ahead and take out 2 idols and play the Jarl. And what this could mean is that if he doesn't deal with these creatures, I could possibly win with a God Hand next turn. And at this point I'm taking out 2 idols, and I don't know if I'm going to necessarily be able to take the day here, but if he takes my mangy, I'm going to be alright. Because I have 2 relentless units. So let's see what he has in his hand, if there's anything that he can do to respond to this, because he's got to be worried about these top 2 idols, because right now he has nothing, and I've forced him to the bottom of the board. Maybe he has new orders, I don't know. But I'm not particularly interested in clearing his board. He's just going to put all of his units in a row here. So that's Ducal Infantryman. So he's committing to the bottom of the board right now. Does he have a Blessing of Haste? I don't know. Alright. So I do believe that is going to be GG. So like I said, live commentaries are going to be sometimes very exciting matches, sometimes not, especially, or kind of straightforward matches. So what you saw me do here at least was be able to just get really, really far ahead of this order player, and that's, if you can get 2 ancestral totems and keep them alive, that's really a good thing. But I mean, what it boils down to in the end was that I was able to get him to commit to the bottom of the board, because with order they do really well getting their units clumped together. But I don't remember, I'll have to look at the replay again, I never really saw a general pop out for him. It seemed like maybe there's some cards he wanted to have that he didn't, but he kept sitting on cards while I was able to get to high resources pretty quickly. That Fertile Soil in the beginning really, really helped me so very much. So, I mean, they don't always go like this, but sometimes this is what happens with growth, is that you can just flat dominate somebody. So yes, I will upload this replay to Scrolls Post. I do like uploading replays of my games to all the places for you all to see, share, maybe learn from, or poke through my play and tell me where I can do better. But hey, look, I now have a ranking in the top 500, so pretty cool, I guess you could say. I'm never going to be one of the super elite players. If you've noticed, I only have 192 games played. It's because I like playing this game. It's a lot of fun, but it's not the only thing that I do with this game. I like to cast, I like to watch other replays as well, so it gives me kind of a perspective on the game as a whole. I enjoy playing it. Maybe one day if I start doing a little bit more Twitch streaming, which is something I've said before I'm planning on, that's still in the works, that maybe I can grind out some rating there. But for now, I did hit the top 500, so that's awesome. I was able to get a pretty hard dominating game, which is not at all I was expecting going to live commentary. But otherwise, this is Way to Fail with Scrolls, and we're going to be doing some live or post commentary and maybe getting some more interesting matches in the future. But hey, sometimes showing how to just dominate a matchup is interesting in of itself. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.